M&A TV is very happy to be joined by Carlos Moreira, CEO of WISeKey. Carlos, thanks so much for joining us again.
Thank you very much for your welcome again.
You guys are obviously a leader in cybersecurity. You were founded in 1999. The changes that you've seen from now until today?
Yeah, amazing. When the internet started 25 years ago, there was only a few people connected. Now we are connecting over 6 billion people. Imagine the consequences. We improved tremendously the interconnectivity. A huge investment has been done to allow billions of people to connect, but this has not been followed by the investment on cybersecurity. So we are adding a lot of people to the infrastructure without necessarily investing enough on cybersecurity to secure the infrastructure.
Well, of course, because the internet was really started with information in mind, but now it's everything. It's in all aspects of our lives.
Yeah, as President Obama said, the internet is becoming a utility. This is the new word for the internet. It's not anymore connecting computers or connecting websites. Now the internet is going to be used for connecting devices. By the year 2020, 50 billion devices are going to be connecting to the internet. We are talking to 1 trillion devices in the next 25 years. So that means that everything is going to be connected to the internet. Your traffic lights, your nuclear stations, your government infrastructure, keys, watches, cars, everything is going to be connected to the same infrastructure, which is deficient in terms of cybersecurity.
And while that really helps efficiency, and we're all connected, there's also a strategic liability. So what are the liabilities you see right now, and how do you stay ahead of that?
Yeah, the problem we are facing that the companies that develop those new IoT devices are not cybersecurity companies, they are consumer companies. So their main focus is to make those devices very sexy and very useful for users, like you will have the wrist devices, jawbones and things like that. But those devices are collecting a lot of data, and that data is being sent to the clouds, and the connection between the device and the cloud is unsecure, so obviously that is exposing users. So the good news is that cybersecurity is also becoming a huge industry. Cybersecurity deficiencies, which is not using enough cybersecurity, is costing $3 trillion to the economy, which we are losing because we don't have the right cybersecurity. In the other side, companies like WISeKey or many others are growing very fast because there is a totally new market ahead of us that we can obviously deploy, and we can invent new products and new solutions to secure those issues that we had before.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, the new solutions. What is on the frontier of cybersecurity?
There are 2 layers on cybersecurity. One is in securing the infrastructure itself. As I was saying in the panel just a few minutes ago, it's like we are running very expensive cars in unsecure infrastructure, in unsecure roads. So we have to put more money into the infrastructure. And the good thing is that telcos are now getting involved big time, because you just don't connect only to the internet through an IP connection. You can connect through your mobile phone, through your GSM network. So that means that telcos are investing a lot of money to secure the infrastructure, and that is giving the first hope to move into what we call an transactional internet. If the security is in the infrastructure can be used to perform higher level transactions, like sending money, like paying through your watch, through your iWatch, and this kind of new things, and they were not there before, and they are emerging as a new solution.
As far as cybersecurity, do you think there's still a little bit of a naivety out there among large corporations, or do you think they understand exactly what the threats and the risks are right now and they have to be on top of it?
No, cybersecurity is a complex. Cybersecurity cannot be defined only as something that you can visualize. Cybersecurity is very vast. I mean, cybersecurity can apply to your personal data, can apply to your mobile connections, can apply to your cloud, can apply to your intranet in your bank, can be now used by hackers to encrypt your data. You know, there's a new virus now that encrypts your data, CTB locker. And then the hacker will call you and say, if you want to recover your data, you have to pay me, and you pay me in bitcoins, which is a currency. And then obviously they trade on the underwall, what they call the deep web. So the economy of cybersecurity is both big on the at the official level, which is also at the dark side of cybersecurity.
Do you remember way back when we thought a password was all you needed to protect yourself?
Yeah, actually passwords is a very deficient technology. Passwords were there even before the internet. I mean, we had been using passwords for maybe 5 decades. So passwords are totally they're extremely vulnerable and not applying anymore to the new risk. But you have solutions there. You have a strong authentication, you have digital IDs that can be combined with attributes. For instance, you can have an ID that is combined with your payment attributes, so you can use to do financial transactions. Your identity is a different place than your attribute. So the technology is there, but to your question, I think people are slow to understand the risk. You know, it's like we had on the epidemic viruses. It took a while for people reacting to viruses because you have an epidemic and then you start to develop new medicines and new treatments. The same thing happens with the cybersecurity. We are waiting to have a real global infection before we start to develop the solutions for that. That's a human reaction. Normally we react to the problem, we never anticipate the problem.
And that's very unfortunate. Any corporate leaders watching you right now who are concerned about this, what do you want them to know?
Yeah, so actually we educate them at the global forum in the World Economic Forum in Davos. We are now educating leaders, we are educating CEOs, board directors of corporations. Then cybersecurity could become a liability for them. If they don't put the right technology in their corporations, and the corporations are starting to lose money or personal data for consumers, consumer might be concerned about it and might even take legal actions or might just take you out of power if you're a government leader because you didn't protect them. So Switzerland is an interesting country. We are a small country, obviously, so we can do things in a different way. But the consciences of protecting the citizens are very big, because if your government loses your data or your government lets you to be infiltrated into your bank account and lose your money, it's a liability issue for them.
A lot of great information and great job you guys do at WISeKey. Thank you so much for being with us here on M&A.
Thank you again for your
Carlos.
time.